All righty. Hey, we're back for more hockey here in Whitby, Ontario. However, the Zamboni, there's 6 ice sheets at this rink that we're playing in. Zamboni drivers just getting here. So we're going to be in a slight delay. The Junior Americans just went back to their dressing room. PHC's on their bench, hanging tight. So hang with us for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll get underway. We'll see you then. All righty, welcome back. Fresh cut ice. Teams have just taken their ice. We have the PHC 2015s, the screen right in their home whites. The Rochester Junior Americans to the left in their road blues. Saturday night cap. We're hoping for a big response game from the 2015 PHC club for the chance for extra hockey on Sunday. If anyone knows me, I'm a huge fan of extra hockey, especially on these weekends. So this is a response game. Keys to the game will be getting pucks in and getting them to the net and depositing that black biscuit in their basket as many times as we can. The key, as always, will be puck movement, puck movement, puck movement. Learning from what beat us this morning, the puck movement and the stretching of the ice, creating odd man rushes and such. Coltman Williams gets the start tonight. He's in there, getting pucks fired in his direction. Hopefully he gets the feel of some pucks. The ice, freshly soaked, freshly flooded. Looks like a pond, and the pucks are sticking all over the place. So we'll have to battle through that a little bit. Horn sounds at the 10:40 mark. Remember, this is a running clock. Pucks need to come in. They need to come in fast. And then we need to get going. PHC breaks from their nets. We're at the 10-minute mark, but again, it runs. Puck needs to get in. They need to get in quick. We need to get to the bench. We need to break. Try to get at least a 9-minute period in. Coltman Williams takes his crease. We're waiting for Coach Nick Sauer to send out the starting five for this one. He's coming out with Declan Spittle, Logan Putriero, Brady Carr, Big Mike Winton, and Brock the Beast Mode Dannenhauer. And here we go. Goal was acknowledged already. Puck's looking, ref's looking for the timer to acknowledge. Puck is dropped at 9:08. It's run to Carr. Carr wins that puck off the sideboards, pushes it deep, and now the PHC guys are going to get in after it. We got Declan Spittle trying to get there first, and Putinero playing above it. He gets into the corner. Spittle pushes behind the net. Carr steps to it. It's rung around the board for Dannenhauer. Will step and try to keep. But it's push past Dannenhauer, and now we have numbers the other way. Declan Spittle with the back check. Carr gets back to it. He pushes ahead to Spittle. Spittle's looking cross ice. Putriero jumps off sides by about a half mile. Don't know if the clear boards were an issue or if he just lost time and space. So we'll reset, take the opportunity to change lines. 8:37 left in this first period. Puck is dropped. It's pushed back by the Americans into their line. And Johnny Gerbevec gets on his horse. He gets to the puck in the corner, loses an edge. It gets past Roach, and now the puck is sticking in a puddle. The Americans trying to reverse it. It gets stuck in another puddle. Gerbevec gets to it, pushes it back to the point. Mauer's just going to put it back down into the corner. in the soft ice where the Americans will get to it. They try to hit the center seam. They do. Fazio stepping to it. Steps into the body, and then Roach gets it. He gets outside, back inside, fires it off the post. Oh, both guys had a crack at it. Rebound opportunity by Gerbevec. Goaltender shifts back over, makes a huge stop. So Pipe finds iron, comes back, rebound stopped. Second opportunity pushed in. That would have been a nice early gift there. But listen, we just got to stay to it and get pucks to net. So Max Danucciuk out with Ryan Bryant, Henry Vince. Danucciuk puts this over to Vince in front, gets through the skates. Mercs will collect. And they're going to try to push it forward. Ryan trying to play above it, trying to keep it. Gets into the neutral zone, played back in. That is an offside. Earlier, I was confused with my terminology. I was calling for automatic. I meant a intentional offsides, but was using the term automatic, and that's not what I meant in that first game. PHC plays it in. Henry Vince collects in the corner. Ryan collects in the corner, plays it to Danucciuk behind, and Danucciuk finds Nunez at the top of the circle. He fires. It is gloved and fought off by a winger in the blue sweaters. Dannenhauer collects this on the far wall. He plays it back down to Ryan. Ryan chips it forward into the corner, gets to it, tries to play it in front. But the Americans get it, recollect it. They skate this one out and try to play it back across. Bryant steps through the lane, momentarily interrupting it, but the Americans get it, and then they dump it deep into the PHC zone. Dannenhauer's after it. He collects it in the corner, reverses. Going to stop one more time and try to go back the other way, but we turn back into traffic. The Americans come away with it. They play it in front. One-timer, but big-time stop. Don't know how he got there, but that's athletic. That's showing his athleticism. Anticipating the pass, gets to it on a one-timer, and kicks the leg out. Huge stop. Hopefully that fires his teammates up. Now we got Declan Spittle's line out there for the defensive zone draw to the right of Colton Williams. Spittle ties his man up. Carr steps through the lane, trying to push it through. Gets out to the point. It's kept. It's played in behind Colton Williams' net. Fazio's there. He'll push it up the wall. The Americans will get to it. They're looking point. They reverse up. They're looking point again. So now Carr's going to switch and step to it. Oh, Spittle had a bouncing puck. He's looking. He chips it ahead. Bucciarero jumps off sides, losing his time and space. As he's drifting. Catches that puck inside the zone. Another opportunity blown dead at the blue line. So we'll reset. We'll take the opportunity, change lines, and go at it. Roach is out there. He chips this one forward. Johnny Gerbevec jumps the lane. He gets through, fights through a couple sticks, pushes it wide, trying to play it back out in front. Met with some resistance. Roach is going to step to it. He's going to reverse. He's going to try to tuck it in on the side. Unable to do so as the goalie got down, got his foot against that post, covered it up with his blockers. So we'll have a offensive zone draw here now to the right of the Americans goalie. Roach to take this one. He's got Billy Maurer and Brock Dannenhauer at the point. He wins this one back to Maurer. Mauer's going to push it down the wall. It'll get back behind the Americans' net. Lucas Sauer was in after it. Forces the play up the boards to Dannenhauer, who keeps. Now Sauer collects on the sidewall, pushes it behind the Americans' net. Johnny Gerbevec's going to get in after it. Maurer steps in to the top of the circle. He holds this one, going to play it back down. Wraps around the boards. Sauer gets there. Fights this one off. Trying to play it in front. Met with numbers. Americans collect. They skate this one out. Good stick by Johnny Gerbevec. Sauer trying to collect. Unable to do so. It gets up. Dannenhauer trying to step through it. This puck is hitting some frozen areas or puddles. So and sticking. Good stick by Max Roach in the neutral zone. Trying to fight through it. He's going to get to this one. He's going to try to get outside, back inside. Steps into a blue defender. They knock this puck away into the corner. And now they're getting their heads up, looking to move it. Roach playing above it, cuts it off. Goes to work from the corner. He plays it out in front. That's going to get all the way out to Billy Maurer. Billy Maurer steps in. He fires. Deflected. Ends up in the back of the net. Off a deflection. Goaltender was down. Puck changed direction on him. And they tap it in. What a goal Lucas Sauer might have gotten it in, or did it go straight in off a blue defender's stick? And that's Billy Maurer. By the celebrations, it looks like Maurer will get credit for that one. 1-0 at the 5:07 mark of the first period. Back to Nutsiuk's line out now. That one is pushed back towards the Americans' zone, and then it gets across the blue line. It gets in. Ryan Bryant trying to get to it. Fought off by the Americans, and they push it back into the neutral zone. They're trying to move it to the center lane. They push it to the center. Good contained by Joshua Fazio. Fired in. Butterfly save made by Colton Williams. It bounces out in front. He sticks it away. Anucciuk gets to it. He plays it ahead to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant finds Henry Seam cutting across the middle. His pocket is picked from behind, and now Anucciuk on the back check lifts a stick. Americans push it down behind Colton's net, and Fazio is going to get to it in the far corner. He pushes it up the boards of Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant collects. He's knocked off that puck. The Americans throw it back in to the other corner, and now Nunez gets it. He plays it up to Vince. Vince collects. He's in the neutral zone. He gets across the red line. It gets to the American D, and they push it back up into the neutral zone. They get off the wall with it. They hit far side. Fazio is going to step and challenge this one. Pushes it to the boards. Puck is under the blue sweater. Fazio digs it out, uses the glass, and it gets out into the neutral zone. It's collected by the American defenders trying to go D to D. Ryan Bryant found it on the boards. Gets out into the neutral zone. Nunez was stepping. It gets pushed past him. It's a one-on-one on Fazio. Fazio gets the puck out behind the net, and they'll ring it around the boards, but Ryan Bryant will have to get there. Ryan Bryant's fighting through this one. It's kept in by the Americans. The Americans looking to get it off the half wall. Fazio's in on the pressure now. It's played across. Nunez is going to take this one behind his own net. He's going to throw it up the boards to Henry Vince. The Americans pick this one off and push it back down. American is knocked off the puck, ends up on his backside. Trying to step it out. It'll come to Henry Vince. Need the puck, boys. It gets thrown back into the corner. We're pinned deep on a long shift here. Nunez trying to get it. Anucciuk gets it. He throws it to Vince. Vince trying to push it out in the neutral zone. It's kept in by the Americans. Anucciuk gets to it and put it. So Anucciuk comes off the wall with it. He plays the Ryan Bryant. It gets out of the neutral zone, and now it's going to be played back in. We're in the D zone. We're pinned deep. We can't get a line change here. Now it gets out in the neutral zone, and here comes the line coming. The Americans collect. They're trying to take advantage. Spittle's coming off the bench. Pinheiro coming off the bench. They jump offside, not called. Mike Winton wears this one, and then Dannenhauer plays it off to the wall. L-Dog collects. He's picked, and now it gets back down. Dannenhauer will use his own net. He's looking to move it. He plays it to Carr, plays it behind Carr. It's held in at the point and thrown back in. The Americans keeping sustained pressure. Winton's going to get to this one. He's going to put it up to L-Dog's wall. He chips it over to Spittle. Spittle's going to skate this one across the red. He's going to gain the blue. He's going to stay out wide. He's going to drive. He gets it down in the corner, trying to play it back across. Throws it in 180 degrees at the goaltender, who hangs into it. Does not give a rebound opportunity. Hangs onto that one. And we have an offensive zone draw now to the left, or to the right of the Americans' goalie with 2:01 left in the first period here. Pucciarello takes that draw. Spittle tries to step in the lane. The puck gets into the corner. Carr's going to try to meet this on the half wall. He does. Pushes it back down into the corner. The Americans are going to use their own net. Look to move it. Good sell there, and the guy's going to skate this one out. He gets across the blue into the neutral zone. Good stick by Carr. It's pushed forward. Now Spittle's going to go. L-Dog's going to gain it. He's going to put it deep, and now we need to get in after it. It's played up. Winton stepping, holds it. Puck's bouncing around. It's in some feet. Winton tries to push it forward. Spittle's going to get up. He's going to collect it in the neutral zone. He's going to look. He's going to play it over to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer's going to step back this way. Gets off to his backhand. Makes a move. He's down the center lane. We're on sides. Dannenhauer splits the D. Makes a move. Buries it. There we go. Tic-tac-toe. Brock Dannenhauer stepping down the middle lane. Parting the defense like the Red Sea on this Saturday evening. Buries that one to take a 2-0 lead.
Hey, let's go, Rochi. Let's go, boys.
So Max Roach's line comes out. He's got Johnny Gervec to his left, Lucius Harris to his right. Josh Fazio and Billy Maurer on the blue line. That one's pushed forward into the PHC zone where Fazio will get it out momentarily. Puck's bouncing around, hit some feet. Americans collect at the top of the zone. They fire that one in wide of Williams' net. Mauer's going to get to it and try to use the boards. The Americans get to it first. They play it across to the top of the house. They had a winger step through the lane. They found him. They fired it. And guess what? Colton Williams standing tall, bowing his defenders out, his wingers out, making a save there. Keep this one 2-0. Max Roach to take this draw to the right of Williams. Americans try to chip it forward, but they chip it into Johnny Gerbervac. Johnny Gerbervac jumps that lane. He gets out in the neutral zone, gains the red line, and pushes it deep. He's going to head to the bench for a shift change. And now the Americans try to come far side with it. They put it out into the neutral zone where Sauer collects. He's going to put it deep. Now we got Max Roach in after it. Ryan Bryant trying to cut this one off. Mauer steps in. Bryant gets to it first, trying to push it deep. He gets it to Roach. Roach gets off the wall. He steps outside the dots. He's trying to get back in. He plays it across. Good thought. Stick wide by Sauer. Brock Downhauer collects, walks it in, pulls back, plays it down to Ryan Bryant. The Americans jump the lane, and they're heading the other way with numbers. Downhauer trying to contain to the outside. That shot gets in from outside the dots. Colton Williams saw it the whole way. Squeezes that one. Takes the opportunity to slow things down and allow a line change with 1.4 left here in the first period. Critical face-off here. If I'm taking this draw, I'm falling on the puck, not letting a shot here. The Americans are going to try to go to the net with it. Max tries to fall on it. It gets through. No shot. Horn sounds. IQ play by Max Anutsiuk there. Not letting a shot come from the dot. Hang with us. We'll be back in about a minute and 20 seconds. All righty, we're back for second period action.
Let's go, Coleman. Keep it up.
We got Max Anutsiuk's line out to start the second period. We need to keep the pedal to the metal as we need to keep depositing this black biscuit in their basket as often as possible. Coming to this period, 2-0. Anutsiuk gives this one back to Bryant, steps through, pushes it forward. Anutsiuk collects. He gets across the line. He fires it in. Stick the side into the corner by the Americans goaltender. And they'll push it up the boards and look to move. Downhauer steps to it. It gets past them. And now we have numbers the other way. Outside the dot, fired. And Colton's going to squeeze that one, hang on to it, and allow a reset. So now we have a defensive zone draw to the right of Colton Williams. Declan Spittle out to take this one. He's got Carr with him. Puntriero with him. Fazio and big Mike Winton. That one kicked around into the skates. It gets played in, stick the side by Williams. Fazio will come out the other way with it. Tries to push it up the wall. It's picked off by the Americans and pushed down into the corner. Winton's going to come this way with it. No, he stops and goes back up the boards that it came from. It's played back across in front. Played out by Fazio. Now it gets out to the Americans' point. It's played back down the half wall. Spittle's going to get this. He's going to try to look like he's going to ring it, but he plays it back up to Logan Pucciarero. He's going to skate this one. Gets across the blue, gets across the red, gets across the blue. He's got Carr with him. Tries to drag through two. Doesn't get through. Carr picks it off. Trying to play it forward. Doesn't get it deep. It's thrown the other way by the Americans. Fazio will collect it. He's going to take it behind his own net. trying the reverse, gets his pocket picked, but stays with it, stays in contain. Americans come off the wall with it, push it through, play it back to where they came from. It gets wide of Williams. Fazio will collect this one. He's going to try to find Futurero in the center steam. Americans able to recover and stop that one. Futurero picks a pocket. He gets forward. He's got Carr with him. He plays it across. Carr's with it. Fires. Loved and held on by the American goaltender. Good puck movement. Good scoring opportunity. Hopefully we see some more of that. I would say we shoot low on this guy. Keep it moving along the ice. Nice and hard, looking for rebound opportunities. We have Max Roach out now to take an offensive draw. To the left of the American goalie, we got Dannenhauer at the point with Maurer. The Americans win this one, then throw it up to the point where Dannenhauer gets it. He's going to walk in, trying to find it and play it in front, but it plays it off an American. They collect, and they're moving the other way. It's 1-on-2. Dannenhauer with a good stick, then plays it off to the sidewall. The American stays with it on the attack. They play it back in front, hits Maurer in the feet, and keeps it out of harm's way. And now Roche and Gerberbeck trying to move the other way with numbers. Billy Maurer is going to join this rush. We have 3. If we can get it back in front here, fire through. And now the Americans try to collect. Dannenhauer able to keep it in. Roach collects at the top of the zone, trying to push it forward. Americans collect, and now they're looking to move it the other way. They have numbers. They got a 4-on-2 developing. They get across the line with numbers and speed. They play it in and stick aside by Williams, trying to get it back out in front. It comes out in front of his net. Sauer's going to collect this one. He's going to go for a skate. He's got Gerberbeck. Tries to buy time. Puts it out in front of Gerberbeck, but it's picked off by an American defender, and now they're moving the other way. Roach there with the back pressure. He picks this one off, trying to play it forward. He's met with a blue jersey or two. The Americans collect it. They play it down towards Williams, but Dannenhauer is going to collect this one, and he's going to get it and reverse it, and now he's going to go for a skate. So we have numbers developing. He loses an edge. The Americans pick it off at the blue line. Mauer's back containing. It's fired in. It's blocked. Saved out in front for the rebound. Maurer clears the puck out. It's going to wrap around. It's out in front of him. Gets across with a leg save. Good job by Colton Williams keeping it out of the back of the net, and now it gets to Maurer. Mauer's trying to push it into the center seam. He does. It gets past the American defender. The icing's waved off. Gerberbeck's on the pressure. Gerberbeck gets there, loses an edge, goes barreling into the boards. Now Anutsiuk joins the pressure. Bryant joins the pressure. The Americans are able to push it forward. They're looking to flip the ice. Now they're going to skate it wide on Nunez. Nunez contains. He pushes them outside the dot, allowing Anutsiuk to get back and take a lane. They use the net. They push it to their point. Walks into the top of the circle, pushes it back down to the corner. It's played back out in front. Gets all the way through to Henry Vince. Henry Vince now has a step. He gets out into the neutral zone. He gets across the red. Plays it to Bryant. And then we step in offsides. Just lost the puck there. Had his head up, trying to move it. Puck was rolling a bit. We get ahead of it. Whistle dead. Neutral zone face-off outside the PHC bench. Max Anutsiuk out to take this draw, with Henry Vince to his left, Ryan Bryant to his right, and we got Ethan Nunez and Joshua Fazio on the backside. The Americans win this one and push it through, but Ryan Bryant was there to interrupt it a little bit and allow Nunez to step to it. However, the blue jerseys collect and gain the zone. They play it down. They play it back out in front. It's played in on Colton Williams. He jumps on that one nice and quick, gets down and covers that one up. He doesn't let any sunlight, incandescent light, LED light, no light seeing that puck. Squeezes and hangs onto it. So now we have a line change. We got Declan Spittle's line coming out, where Logan Futrera will be taking this face off. Has to go to the corner. He tries to push it forward. The Americans step through it, but Spittle jumps the lane and pushes it out to the point. He collects it on the boards, but met with resistance. Pushes it forward by Declan. It gets out into the neutral zone. Carr's trying to read this one. He's putting the pressure and forces him, American, to play it back down the wall into the far corner. Fazio's going to collect and play it back up to Carr. Carr steps through, tries to chip past one. It's kept in. Fazio now on the contain. Spittle's going to get to it in support. Spittle comes away with it. Met with resistance, and now the Americans looking to win this puck battle. That's a hook. Nothing called. They're letting them play. Fazio gets to it. Pushes him back behind the net, staying with it. It's played out in front of Williams. One-timer, and they bury it. 2-1. Need to get that one back quickly here. Johnny Gerberback taking a skate. Let Williams know, hey, we're going to get this one back for you.
Hey, shake it off the book. We got it. Let's go, Rochi.
Rochi to take this center face off. Americans win it, step through. Dannenhauer steps up and collects it, gets down to a knee, gets back up and recovers. Now he's going to put this one deep. Gerberback's going to get in after it on the far side. It gets pushed up the wall past him. Roach is going to step to it. Maurer stepping in. Roach pulls off and lets Maurer play it down. Gerberback steps out in front, puts it on net. It's loose. It's still loose. Bouncing around, unable to connect and push it home. Now the Americans are coming the other way. We got Billy Maurer trying to contain. Great relentless back pressure by Max Roach, who gets it and pushes it back out in the neutral zone. Americans collect. They look to reverse it. Back up the wall where it came from. It gets to a forward on the right side of the red line who plays it deep, allowing Dannenhauer to get back to it behind his own net. He's going to play it up to Sauer. It's read by the pinching defenseman of the Americans and kept in the zone. They play it up to the dot, steps in, fires, glove save made by Colton Williams. It bounces out to the top of the house. It changes direction, gets up over the net. Sauer's going to collect this one in the far corner. He's going to try to play it to Gerberback, but a pinching defenseman keeps it. And now we're running around a bit. Good stick by Gerberback. He gets out of the neutral zone. He's got numbers. He's got Roach coming with him. He draws, plays it across to Roach. Roach fires. Shoulder save into the glove by the American goaltender, but good scoring opportunity, good puck movement. We need to see more of that. We got Max Anucciok out to take this offensive draw to the left of the American goaltender. We got Fazio and Nunez on the point. That one gets through and played aside by the American defender before it gets on net. Puck is bouncing around at the wall. It's kept in. He gets past Fazio in the neutral zone. He gets his eyes up. He's trying to buy time and come back and throw it up the wall to Henry Vince. Henry Vince trying to put it past the American. Unable to do so, and they play it deep. Bounces off the back wall. Americans are trying to play it back out in front. They find someone in front and stick the side. It's bouncing around. Fazio gets it out. Ryan Bryant wears that one in the chest. Laying out for his team and not let that through. It gets through to the other side. Played up to the point where Vince deflects it out into the neutral zone. Now Bryant's going to get in after it. Forces an error. He picks it off. He's got Henry Vince at the front of the net. He tries to get him to him, but the back checker stepped through. Recovers that, and now they're trying to play it forward. Nunez trying to keep that one on his backhand. Unable to do so. Fazio there to recover and back him up. The Americans gain the line. They push it deep behind Williams' net. And now it's played up all around the wall. And it gets out to the point. Kept in. Nunez recovers, pushes it back up the wall to the point. Kept in again. Played in front. Fazio collects. He rings it around the wall the other way. Bryant's going to get there, trying to chip past it, but we're letting the body position of the Americans beat us to the puck. Fazio smartly using the glass to get this one down into the Americans' end, allowing for a little bit of a line change, but not a complete one. Americans are going to skate this one up. They gain the PHC line. They play it down behind Colton Williams in the corner. Dannenhauer collects. He's trying to skate this one out. Fumbles the puck. It's 3-on-2 the other way. It's played across. Puncierio's going to jump to this one. He makes a move. Now he's got one to beat. He's got pucks rolling on him in the neutral zone. Makes a move. Pushed out into the corner. He's going to reverse. He's going to try to play it up the wall. Plays it back down in the corner. He's still got it. Trying to send it across for Carr coming off the bench. That doesn't get through the traffic. Now the Americans are moving the other way.
Gotta go, Mike.
It's played in, fired in. Williams sees it, gloves it, squeezes it, hangs onto it. Defensive zone draw to the right of Colton Williams. Declan Spittle to take it. Spittle pushes this one to Fazio. It gets through, gets out in the slot, fired. Big save by Colton Williams, keeping it out of the back of the net. It's played up, kept in at the point. Spittle's going to get to it. He's going to push it ahead to Pucciero. Pucciero has a step. He gets across the blue jerseys. Get back. They fire, and now we have numbers the other way as this one gets over Maurer's stick. Declan Spittle's on the back pressure. Contains a little bit, puts some pressure just enough to weaken the shot attempt, but it's fired in. Williams stays square. Good square save, squeezes that one, hangs onto it, and gives his opportunity for his coaches to change the personnel. Roach comes out, gives him a bump. Gerberbeck gives him a bump. Roach wins this to the half wall, collected himself. He's going to look to skate it out. He gets his pocket picked. He stays with it. Now he's going to skate back into his own zone. He's going to try to go the other way. Flips it out in the neutral zone. Picked off. It's played back in where Roach picks it off, and he's coming up the far boards. He plays it ahead to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck trying to get off the wall with it. Blue jerseys picked that one off and head the other way. Fazio steps, forces him to play it in. It gets in behind Williams on the end boards. Nooner's going to get there. Roach is going to be there in support. It's played out in front where Fazio will calmly collect. He's going to use the other boards. The Americans step through and keep it. And Fazio gets his head up. He's going to stretch the ice. He's going to flip the ice. He's got Johnny Gerberbeck. Johnny Gerberbeck trying to get out wide. He stops, gains the line, pulls up, trying to play it back across to a streaking Fazio. It's played in. We tag up on offsides. It's still in. We get it. Gerberbeck gets it. He gets to the dots. He fires. Save made. Gets behind the goaltender on the wall. It's pushed up the wall. Dannenhauer coming off the bench. He's going to keep. It's pushed back up the wall. Max Roach is going to step to it. He's going to try to fight through the body. He's knocked off the attempt by a blue sweater, and they're going to throw it 200 feet across 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. 4 on icing. So it's going to come back down for a offensive zone draw to the right of the American goaltender with Mac Danucciuk called upon to win this back to the point. He's got Mike Winton and Brock Dannenhauer as the shooting options at the point. Tries to bring it back. He gets it to Brian. Brian plays it to Vince, gets it back down to Danucciuk, and Danucciuk collects. He elevates it, and he puts it in the net. What a play. Huge goal at the right time. And let's go, baby. We are in business. That one. Max to Bryant, Bryant to Vince, Vince back to Max, and Max elevating the puck and finding Twine. That stretches it out to 3-1 with 4:49 left in the second period. That puck is tied up and then pushed out to the wall. Henry Vince doing his best, sacrificing his body to get there, but the Americans push it forward, and then it's pushed back towards the American zone. Winton with a stick at the defensive blue line. Holds it, pushes it off. Vince collects, he pushes it to Danucciuk. Danucciuk's going to get through the neutral zone. He gets to the red line and pushes it deep, heads to the bench for a change. All 3 of the forwards change. And now we got a breakout coming the other way, but it's played back across. Mauer's going to step to it. He takes 2 bodies down with him. Spittle's going to collect, use his own net. Carr loses a stick in the process. Dannenhauer realizes, Spittle realizes that he's going to skate this one out. He's going to gain the zone. Plays it back across. Carr pushes it in. It's pushed back out to the point where Mauer will collect. He'll fire it towards the net. Gets wide. Carr's going to do his best to get to the ball. Tries to get above it. Fazio keeps at the point. Fazio throws it in and stick the side into the corner. Americans step off with it. Walk past up the Carr. Carr picks a pocket. He's going to turn. He's going to throw it across. He finds Pucciarello. Pucciarello collects. He's got the point option. He's going to come back down with it. Steps into traffic. He's knocked off the puck. And now it's played around the other wall where Fazio is going to step and hold. Carr's going to cover for him momentarily. And now he's going to step to the puck. They chip it forward. Fazio walks in, steps, holds momentarily. Now we got to get back. They have numbers the other way. Mauer's back for a contain. Puck carrier loses it, and then plays it past Williams into the corner. The Americans are going to try to get to this puck. Mauer's tied him up. Spittle gets it. He's going to throw it around the wall. Oh, no, he reverses it back up the wall with a no-look to Pucciarello. Pucciarello is trying to play it across. He finds Fazio. Fazio's going to get it across the red line. He's going to play it deep. Now we got to get in after it. Goaltender paddle stop and then squeezes it for a stoppage of play and an offensive zone draw for the PHC line coming out, which is Johnny G, Max Roach, and Lucas Sauer. So again, here I would try to put a right-handed draw and push the center forward and allow Roach to come off that wall with the left-handed shot. But we don't do that, and it's played back in front. Puck is bounced around. Sauer's going to find this outside the dots. He's going to try to turn with it. Plays it back in front. Doesn't get through the traffic. The Americans collect, and they're moving the other way with it. Backs Roach with the relentless back pressure, allowing Dannenhauer to hold tall and pick that puck off on the wall. And then Roach comes out of the scrum with it. He gets off the wall. He's going to go. He gets across the blue. He gets across the red. Trying to go across the blue. We step off sides. It's blown dead as we never touched up. We played it in through our own skates. Offsides, they were afforded the opportunity to tag back up. We did not do so. And as we played it inside the blue line, they blow it dead for offsides. Ensuing face-off will be outside the PHC bench, right in the neutral zone. Puck is dropped. Roach wins that one back to Nooner. Nooner fires that one deep into the American zone, and now PHC's in after. Sauer's going to meet him on the far side. He's going to play it back behind the net. Americans collect it, try to come to the other wall. Winton steps in and keeps that one. Winton's holding him tall, trying to play it back into the PSA. Doesn't get through the traffic. It's pushed out. Roach playing above it, picks it off. He's going to get outside the dots on his backhand, steps back in on his forehand, finds iron as he fires it to the net. Gets out to the wall. Americans are going to collect, and it's a 4-on-2 heading the other way. Now it's a 3-on-2. We got Roach coming back in pressure. That's fired in wide. Dannenhauer will collect it. He'll get his toes up. He's got to burst the steam, and look, he's looking to go. He finds some white ice. He's got one to beat. Gets out to the outside, plays it back towards the net. Kick the side, and now Gerberbeck will collect in the far corner. He's going to play it to the point. Winton's going to hold it. He's going to play it back down to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's going to step into the dots, trying to play it to the top of the house. As we did not have a streaking defender there, the Americans collect and they dump it in behind Williams' net. Winton's going to get there. He's going to play it out into the corner for Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk's going to play it up off the glass. But we didn't have a forward there, so it's played back in. The Americans get to this one first. They're looking to move it out of the corner. Get it back to their forehand. They flip it out in front. Ryan Bryant steps in and takes the scoring opportunity away from there. First, it's played in. Winton kicks it aside. It gets past him, but back into the corner. Gerberbeck's going to collect this one. He's going to skate. He's at the end of the shift and trying to see what he has left in the tank. He gets in. He fires off of American stick and into the corner. The Americans will collect. They'll try to hit a stretch pass. They collect it and push it out into the neutral zone where Fazio picks it off. Fazio's going to play this one. It takes a weird carom off the glass. It's played back aside where Bryant or Anutsiuk picks it off. He's trying to find Vince, unable to do so. Mauer steps to it and keeps it. Now Anutsiuk's going to step above it. He's going to get off the wall with it. He's still got his feet. Kicks it back to his skates. Drops to a knee. Fires it. Glove save. Hell of an effort by Max Anutsiuk there. Gets a shot on net. 15 seconds left in the first one. It's one back to Fazio. Fazio's going to turn with it. He's going to try to get this one through. Bounces wide to the goaltender. Poutriere will collect. He'll try to wrap it around. Goaltender meets him at that far post. It's played out to the point. Mauer's got time. He walks. He holds on. Shoots. Gets through. Gets wide at the horn. Good effort. Good shot. 3-1 as we go into the second intermission. All righty, we're back for third period action, our final 15 minutes. We need to stretch this one a little bit further. We need to deposit that black biscuit in their net often in this period. Declan Spittle out between Brady Carr and Logan Putrero with Brock Downhauer and Ethan Nunez. Spittle wins this one to Carr. Carr's hauled down, not called, push forward. And now it's played back in the neutral zone. They're offsides. It's not whistled. Couple missed calls here to start the period, but we stay under control. Downhauer collects behind his own net, trying to get it up the boards. It bounces out and it's kept in at the point. Nunez is going to step to it. He's going to take it back behind his own net and then reverse it back. But the Americans are going to read that. They're going to step to it. They play it back behind the net. Now they're going to go to the point. They play it to the point. And now they're going to walk down the half wall. They play it back to the corner. They're going to come off the half wall with it. And Nunez steps through it. He finds Putrero in the middle. It's a 2-on-1 developing. Putrero puts it out in front of Carr. Carr's going to get to it in the corner. He's trying to fire it in front. Plays it into a skate. And now it's wrapped back up the wall. Mike Winton coming 85 feet plus off the bench to get there, but Spittle finds it first. He plays it out in front. Americans able to stick it aside and clear it. Winton's going to get back to it now. He's got Downhauer with him. Winton will use his net, get his toes up ice, and now he's going to fight through the hook. He's going to get out in the neutral zone. He's got some white ice. He gets across the blue line. He's going to step through. Then he's hauled down, tries to play it from his belly in on net. It gets to the side of the goaltender, and now the Americans collect, and they're coming the other way. They're going to call Putrero for the hook on the return trip down the ice. They're going to call it tripping. Yes. But they missed a few coming the other way to start this period. No, he whistled to the knee. No? Okay. We're staying even up. I don't know why he went to his knee. Just an offsides. Good back pressure by L-Dog. We stay 5-on-5. Americans kick through this one. They push it in the PHC zone. Maurer steps to it. And now there's a pile up along the boards. Americans trying to come off the boards with it. Gerbevec steps to it and interrupts it a little bit. But the Americans are going to play it deep into the PHC corner. Maurer's hooked, interfered with, nothing called. Allows Roach to get it, though. And now Roach has a seam. He's got two with him. It's across the red line. Gets in, across the blue line. Gets through, backhanders it in, wide of the goaltender. Sauer gets there, trying to play it back out in front. It's kicked aside, and then Roach is dumped. But again, nothing called. We're letting them play today, ladies and gentlemen. The whistles are staying in those pockets. The Americans come back into the PHC zone. Good stick by Joshua Fazio. Holds him in the corner. Allowing the support to come. And now they're going to try to hit and pin along the boards. The American doing his best job to use his body and protect the puck. He throws it to the side of Colton Williams, who sticks to the side and now gets to the far wall. Sauer's going to win this one. He's going to try to play it back up to Roach. Gets it to Roach, and now Roach has got a head of steam. He gets in. Gerbevec steps in behind him. Roach is going to fire. Gets in. Save made by the American goaltender. Had an opportunity to move that one and fired it in. A little close. Allows the American goaltender to squeeze this one, slow thing down, and now we got Max Anuccio out taking offensive zone draw. He wins it back to Downhauer. Downhauer turns, he fires. Max Anuccio collects it and buries it. That is two offensive draws. He goes back to the corner, or back to the drawing board. He puts the puck back to Downhauer. Downhauer gets it through traffic, and Max Anuccio, expecting it, collects it, and fires it in to extend the lead to 4-1 here with 12:07 left. Max Anuccio takes this draw. He wins it to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant steps across. The Americans pick it off and push it the other way, offside, as they enter the zone with a winger still trying to get out. It's blown dead. There will be a face-off in the neutral zone outside of the PHC bench. 11:58 left in this one. 4-1 lead. It's played back. The Americans collect. They gain the red line. They throw it down into the PHC corner. Downhauer's going to step to this one. Cuts it off, and now he's going to get his toes up. He's going to look to skate it. Stumbles a little bit. Plays it ahead to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant trying to get it back into the center. Met with resistance. That's offsides, and they blow it dead as the Winger from the Americans was trying his best to get back across to the right side of the blue line, but unable to do so before his teammate entered the zone. Blow it dead for offsides. And now we got Declan Spittle out to take this offensive draw to the right of the American goaltender. He's got Ethan Nunez and Brock Dannenhauer as his point options. The Americans win this back into the corner. They're going to push it up the wall. Dannenhauer's going to get to it. He's going to play it back down the wall behind the net where Spittle will get in after it. Now Carr's going to try to play above it. Gets a stick on it. It gets to the half wall. Dannenhauer tries to step. Forces them to throw the puck 200 feet for an icing. We'll reset and we'll do it again.
We're gonna switch to my phone. We got 10% battery.
We're not gonna get 11 minutes.
10%.
Spittle will take this draw from the left of the Americans goaltender. Wins at the Carr. Carr trying to push it back through the Puncherero, but it is found by the Americans. The Americans play it out to the point. It's kept in by Winton. Now Puncherero keeps it. Spittle in support comes through, trying to step through some bodies. The Americans collect it. It's in the feet. It gets off to the wall. Carr's going to try to get to this one. Winton keeps at the point, plays it back down the half wall. Now we got to get in after it. The Americans are going to skate. Spittle's going to step to it. It's fired in on Colton. Colton collects it. And now we're going to go for a line change. We got Max Roach, Johnny Gerbevec, and Lucas Sauer coming out for a defensive face-off to the left of Colton Williams. Max Roach to take the draw. Trying to chip this one forward. The Americans collect. Backhander it in. Roach plays it out. Step in at the point. Gerbevec steps to it. Takes that one off the hand. It's played back in wide of Williams, and Gerbevec feeling it, but he now finds that second person. Stevens got one to beat. Good stick by the Americans, but Sauer following it up, plays it back to him, and now Gerbevec's going to try to get in there in the corner. Loses his edge, buries a American, and now we're going to be called. We're going to go man down. It's played out. Americans, Roach touches it. Delayed penalty. Lost an edge. He went through a blue sweater. He did hit him. He did end up in the boards. Head contact. They're calling head contact. It was not a ill intent hit. He just lost his edge. They're going to call 4-minute head contact. That is a little overbearing on that call. So you got to have an explanation. They're requesting it. Spittle wins the draw and pushes it forward. Again, a little bit of a don't know if the penalty matches the crime. Puncherero keeps it. He gets down the half wall. He's got Spittle in front. It's played across, sticked into their own goaltender, but he stays strong, covers it up. And now we'll have an offensive zone draw to the right of the American goaltender. Spittle wins this one and tries to push it forward. The Americans will collect, and now they're going to try to skate it out of their zone. They fumble the puck. Spittle finds it. Spittle fires it back off a shin pad. It gets to the far side. The Americans are going to skate this one out, but Spittle puts a stick on it. He gets out in the neutral zone. Dannenhauer will collect. He's going to be on his backhand. He plays it forward. Spittle's going to cut it off, but they're able to push it up the wall and gain the PHC zone. Spittle lifts a stick, picks a pocket, and push it back out. Now L-Dog picks a pocket. He's going to try to get off the half wall with it. Gets in, he dangles. Spittle in support, finds it, plays it towards the net on the backhand. Doesn't get it in, and now the Americans are coming the other way with numbers. It's played down on the wall, played back across. Maurer kicks to the side. He puts it out to Puncherero. Puncherero trying to push it ahead off a skate of American. The Americans are going to come back in with it. Fazio down to his knees, plays it back out into the neutral zone. Door is open, almost to too many men. It's played back in Maurer will ring it around the boards. It's kept in at the point, played back down the half wall. It bounces off the half wall. Roach will collect this one. He's going to use his own net. He's going to pull back up. Now he's going to ice the puck, as we are allowed to dump it with no stoppage here north of the border. And now the Americans collect. They're going to look to skate it out of their zone. Carr tries to put a stick on it and gets it through. Gets into the neutral zone. Dannenhauer gets in, steps to it, and Colton Williams sees it the whole way in. Squeezes that one. I missed what happened there as I was checking timing and text messages. Roach to take this defensive zone draw. So Carr's going to have to step in and take the draw. It's got to go to the corner, Carr. Push forward. Carr gets a stick on it, gets out into the neutral zone. And now we're going to pressure this one. Max Roach is going to try to step to it. He pushes him out to the wall, rides him off the puck. He'll collect it, get his toes up, drag back, and now he's going to ice it. And now Carr's going to get in after it. He's going to put the forecheck on. We only need one. They'll ring it around the walls. Dannenhauer's going to try to step to it and keep. It gets pushed out of the neutral zone. Roach steps above it and keeps it. Carr gets back on side. Roach steps down the wall with it. It's pushed back up the wall. Dannenhauer will collect and fire it in. And now the Americans look to set it up. Carr puts a stick on it. Gets back into the far corner. Now Roach is going to step to it. The Americans play it forward, and now they have numbers coming. We've got a back check here. Dannenhauer's going to get to this one. He's going to collect it. He's going to use some extra real estate. He's going to go back behind his own net. He's going to pull the brakes on, and now he's going to skate. He's going to go up ice with it. He gets across the blue line. He's pushed out to the wall. Tries to play back in front of Roach. He gets it there. Backhander in. Wide of the Americans. We got to play some defense here. Carr gets a stick on it, but unable to intercept it. The Americans step in the zone. They play it back out in front. Dannenhauer steps through and collects that one. He's going to try to clear it. He gets to the point. It's kept at the point. It's fired back in. Wide of Williams. It's bouncing around. Williams covers it up. Smartly aware that he needs his line change to happen. Covers this one up, allowing a stoppage, allowing a line change. They're the home team. Referees do not allow the change, so PHC is penalized here as they needed to get their line off, but Fazio is going to get this one. He's going to use it in the air. He gets it out. And now Brady has a step. Carr gets into the dots, fires it in wide of the goaltender. Maurer's going to step and try to keep. He does so. He's tripped. Nothing called, but Annuccio gets to the wall with a vengeance. Now it's pushed back into the neutral zone. Fazio is going to collect. Now you got Ryan Bryant coming off the bench with a fresh set of legs. It's played in deep. Americans back to collect. Annuccio will get there. They'll play it D to D. They're trying to stretch it. Ryan Bryant putting the pressure on now. The Americans stepping in the neutral zone. Ryan Bryant with the back check. Billy steps and keeps him outside the dots. It's backhanded across. PHC is back to full strength now. Annuccio gets it in the corner. He puts it up the wall to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant finds Vince in the center. Vince gets a stick on it. It gets in. The icing is waved off, and now the Americans will collect in their own zone. They look to pull up and come the other way, trying to catch PHC in a line change. Spittle there to lift the stick, allowing Nunez to step and contain. It's played back up to Vince. Vince has time. He's going to get into the neutral zone. He plays it across to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant gets across the red. He gets across the blue. Gets in. He fires it in. It's gloved, held on to by the American goaltender, who hangs on to it to slow things down for an offensive zone draw with 5:28 left in this one. We have Declan Spittle. So we'll have to go to the rule book, but in the Ontario Minor Hockey Association, they don't seem to allow the home team to get the last change, as that one's whistled off again, not allowing it, and then looking to drop the puck with the same personnel out here. But they always kick the center out of the circle. So now Sauer's going to step to this one. Sauer wins it back. Puncharero puts it to Brock Donahauer. Donahauer fires it down into the far corner. Spittle's going to get in after it. Spittle gets it on the half wall, versus down the wall with it. Puncharero comes off the wall with it, gets to the dots. He fires, hits crossbar. And that's going to be an ice. That's still going to go. Actually dies just on the red line, and we do a flyby. Americans collect. They played into the house. One-timer gets back behind Williams, but behind the net as it was fired wide. L-Dog's going to come out into the neutral zone with it. The Americans step to it. They gain the line. They fire it back in. It gets in behind Colton's net. Maurer will put it up the wall to Sauer. Sauer turns and fires. He had Spittle. Spittle plays it ahead to Pucciarero. Pucciarero gains the line. Americans lift the stick and look turn and come the other way. Spittle's going to try to do his best to back check here and pick a pocket. Gets a stick on him. It's fired in. Butterfly save made by Williams. It's played back out. Puck's bouncing around at the top of the house. Fazio's going to collect. He's going to step. He's going to chip it out. Kept in by the Americans. Someone needs a challenge. It's fired in. Stick to side by Williams. Williams kicks that one to the corner where Fazio will collect. He'll play it out into the neutral zone, allowing for a line change. The Americans collect. They're trying to catch him in that change. They gain the line. Roach coming 85 feet. Durbevek tries to meet him at the top of the house. They step through it. It's fired back in and gloved by Colton Williams. He hangs onto it, allowing them to complete the change with 3:56. So we have a defensive draw to the right of Colton Williams. Max Roach to take it with Durbevek, Carr, Dannenhauer. He wins this one to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer's going to use his own net. He's going to stop there. He's going to come back the other way to Gerbevek. Gerbevek, oh, it's pinched off. Now Winton's going to get there. He's going to ring it around the boards. Carr's going to collect this one. Carr's going to get it out into the neutral zone. Trying to play above it. Winton steps in, fires this one, and catches crease, so it's waved off. No ice. And now the Americans get it behind their net. They're going to play it back up the wall. Carr's getting off the wall with it, trying to fight through it. He pushes it deep down into the zone where the Americans will collect. They'll play it back up. Now that's going to get there. It's a foot race to the puck. That should be an icing. Doesn't get across as the Americans get to it first. The Americans collect. They're trying to play it back out in front of Williams. Williams jumps on that one and holds on to it, not allowing any light to get to it. Settles things down. Roach now taking the draw to the left of Williams. It's one to Nunez. Nunez is going to put it up the wall. Off the Karen's off the glass. Gerbevek stepping through the lane, collects it, he gets it. He's going to go. He's going to get across the blue. He steps into the zone. He plays it across to Roach. Roach trying to collect from the backhand and play it back across. He's going to reverse it up. Trying to play it back to Gerbevek in front. The Americans step to it. Gerbevek's in on it. Step to it, Carr. Gerbevek steps through it. It's still there. It's hanging on. It's sticking to the ice a bit. They find the center. They find the center seam, and now Fazio's trying to close. Gets back, interrupts it. Good stick by Nooner. Nooner wears it, and it's in his pads. So they whistle it dead. It ends up in his breezers. We'll take that. Stoppage of play. Beautiful hustle by Joshua the Flash Fazio. And Ethan Nunez coming back and getting his body in the way. It's lost in his equipment. And they finally find it. Whistle dead, allows for a line change. And now we got Max Anuncio take this defensive draw. He wins it to the corner. Dannenhauer's going to get it. He's going to reverse and try to come back. He steps into traffic. It gets out to the point of the Americans. The Americans are going to collect this. They're going to try to walk it in. They step in. They fire. It gets through traffic. Big top. Big stop by Colton Williams. Colton Williams is down. He's hurt. Colton Williams does not recover. He goes down. Seems to be in some pain. I don't know if he got a stick, a body, or what the ailment is, but he is down and in some pain as the hands are up over the mask. State So Ryan Vince is out attending to Colton Williams. This is not something we want to see for any team, as the goaltender seemed to be in some pain after making the stop. He's still down. They're still talking to him. Williams is going to get back to his knees. He's going to get back to his feet. Coach Ryan Vince is talking to him. We got Ellie Shaw, his partner, in there, trying to find out if he's okay to go. Vince is being on, asking for an honest opinion. Are you okay? Do you know where you're at? You're playing a hell of a game. They'll send Ellie Shaw back to the bench, so it seems like Colton's okay to continue. They're going to give him a few extra seconds. The goaltender does not have to leave the ice in an injury. If he's deemed okay to play, he's allowed to stay. Unlike a player, if a player is down and whistled dead, they would force the player to leave. Declan Spittle collects this one. He wins it to Carr. Carr pushes it forward to Pucciarero. Pucciarero gets in across the blue line. He loses the puck, collects it, and plays it back down. As he was coming across the blue line, rolled off a stick, got into the neutral zone just by a little bit, and then we came back in. We whistled dead for offsides. But now we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone right outside the Americans' bench. Spittle's going to push this one forward. Tries to jump through. He gets into the lane. He collects it on his backhand. He gets out wide. Plays it back across in front. It's picked off by the Americans. And now it's played up the wall. Dannenhauer's going to step to it and keep. The Americans are going to go skate. And now they find a lane. They got numbers if they hurry. It's played back in, offsides, but they say onside. Dannenhauer collects. He keeps it. He turns and he fires it. And Eldog gets loose. He has a seam. He's going to get to this puck. Now he's in all alone. Turns, fires. Oh, wide of the net as the goaltender got square. But Declan Carr in on above it, or Declan Spittle, sorry. And Carr's in the squib. Winton's going to keep this one. He's going to try to fire. It gets to Declan Spittle. Kicks it towards the net. It's squeezed and hung on to by the American goaltender. Caught in the throat. Couldn't breathe. Probably scared him. No, it hurt, but like I'm saying, he couldn't breathe. So we're getting intel that it was a stick to the throat on the goaltender. Was able to stay in the game. Gerbervec keeps this one in momentarily. The Americans collect, and now they're pushing the other way. We got a back pressure by Lucas Sauer. Mike Winton will step out and contain that one. He gets in behind Williams' net. It's pushed out to the wall. Where Gerbervec trying to get it out, unable to do so. Roach is going to step through it. And now Roach gets it. He's going to try to skate this one out. Stays on it, gets it across the red, gets it across the blue. He steps in. He gets one. He past him, fires. Oh, just wide. Gets off to the far wall. Sauer will get there and try to hold it in. They turn and fire it back out in the neutral zone. Dannenhauer is going to collect. He's going to go behind his own net. He's going to stop. He's going to get his eyes up. He plays it out to Fazio. Fazio chips it forward. It's held in at the point. It's fired back in. Kicked aside by Dannenhauer. Fazio plays it to the half wall. Sauer chips it out in the neutral zone, and now Gerbervec's going to get to it. Gerbervec gets past the defenseman. He's in. He makes a move. Back. He's tripped. Is he going to get a shot? Will they give him the shot? No, he got the shot off. So 12.4 seconds left. We will have a tripping call, and that will give us an offensive zone draw. I would have thought to the left of the American goaltender, but they're going to say to the right. It gets it to Declan. Declan plays it out to the point. Fazio collects. He flings it back to Dannenhauer. Walking in and shoot. Dannenhauer plays it back down the wall. Horn will sound. PHC wins 4-1, so there's a huge celebration. Now we will be watchers of the scoreboard in other games. Stay with us, and we will let you know if we have more hockey through text, email, etc. But we win this 4-1, so we did our jobs, and now we just become fans of the, who is it, the Reapers? We are now fans of the Chicago Reapers to see if we can get a berth into the Sunday knockout round of the International Silver Sticks Tournament. Either way, great weekend of hockey by the boys and girls in blue, red, white, and blue. Thank you for your support. Hopefully we see you tomorrow.
Boy is fucking back.
Hopefully, I was worried it was him.
I think he just got his. He
Definitely
got
said he got
wrong.
to stick to the throat.
So I think he got wrong a
We
little
played
bit.
and
He
saw the
saved
puck.
it with his face.
Saw the puck very well.
But I'm like, he had such an amazing game. I know it's had to come out with 2 minutes left.
Holy shit. So we think we can get in if there's some help in the weekend.